So I says, yo, haha, it's all in the words.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? What's up, what's up, what's up? I'm on Second Life. I was about to play this game. It's much like part cheesy. On here we just call it cheesy. Um I'm pretty much multitasking. I had contacted my friend list on here and let them know that I wanted to get into the DJ field, the DJ career, craft, and I also contact my friend list just to keep in touch. But I'm also looking back and forth at this TV show called Van Helsing. I think it's on Netflix. I've seen it before, but my niece is watching it now. So I'm gonna make this video short because I don't want to interrupt her for too long. But anyway, another thing that I was doing was I was listening to this video about the Tulsa Massacre in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Before I watched this video, I also watched a video on the Rosewood Massacre, Rosewood, Florida. Now, I have seen the movie Rosewood. I have seen other people, talk about Rosewood as far as, in a documentary. And I've seen other documentaries on the Tulsa Massacre as well. But it was something about seeing it today that had me thinking about what I had seen on the news earlier today, as far as Biden wanting to send Ukraine another big billion amount of dollars. And not long ago, he sent another big amount of billions of dollars to Ukraine aid. Now, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater at all when it comes down to humanitarian aid, but I am one of these folks that feel like you should take care of home before you really just get out there and try to take care of other folks. And when I say take care of home, if the government, if the president can get the government to come up with billions of dollars, 33 billion, 13 billion, 400 billion, 800 billion to aid another country, then why are we here in the United States living the way we do? And when I say we, I mean we, the people who live in a tax bracket that's lower than all these athletes, musicians, artists, people you see on TV, people in politics. We're way under that tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? And why are we stuck in a position to where when we go to the grocery store, it costs an arm and a leg to buy food? If you're living in a certain tax bracket, if you live adjacent to a richer neighborhood, you're not going to be able to buy the same type of groceries. Their groceries going to be way different than what you're going to get in your neighborhood. And that's pretty fucked up. So it goes back to the question that if the president or the government can come up with all this money to give aid to another country, why can't we come up with this money to aid our own people here in our own country? It frustrates the fuck out of me, and I keep my mouth shut about it a lot. Sometimes I get to myself, and the thoughts are in my brain, and I can always talk to my family about this, because my family, whenever the news is on, my fam's talking to me about it. You know what I'm saying? Giving me his thoughts and shit. And I can't do nothing but agree with him. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I can't add more to it, because, it's like when you're talking with an intelligent person, you know what I'm saying? It kind of dumbs you down some. It dumbs me down. Because I'm like, what more can I add to the conversation? You already know what I'm about to say. You already know what I am saying. I'm not saying anything new. I'm not adding anything, fresher to the conversation. So I basically just keep my mouth shut and, absorb what he's letting me know, what he's telling me. But I'm sitting here and I'm just like, when I watched the video on the Rosewood Massacre, the young lady, she mentioned how they tried to give the family members that proved that they were descendants from the community of Rosewood, they tried to give them money, which was maybe $100 or less. And that's fucked up. And that's like in the last few years, maybe 2021, 2020. When they talk about the whole thing of reparations, I would say that $800 billion could help out some folks here in our country. You know what I'm saying? But it won't erase the history the way they're trying to erase history. It's like when I was younger in school, and even now in school, they don't teach this as a part of history or social studies. They try to hide it. They're trying to get rid of the books, trying to get rid of the documentaries, just like Hitler did, just like a lot of other dictators did in their countries in the past. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of another civilization's history through the arts, through the music, through the writing. And those people, you know what I'm saying, don't stand a chance to have a future. And it's fucked up that the folks of my culture, the brown folks of my nature, the brown folks of my culture, we have to still deal with this. There's a lot of us still getting killed by the people who are supposed to be protecting us. But yet our country can give aid to other people. I find that there is no sense in that. Now, if you separate the money from the problem, there's still a problem there. And they're not willing to fix it. For everybody who's pissed off about it, we all believe that these people are part of the same gang. They're part of the same system. And they don't want to change. They want to keep things the way that they're keeping it. For some fucking sick reason, they enjoy living their lives thinking that they're above other people. And that's just fucked up. Like I've said so many times before, there's nothing new under the sun. There's been a group of people who have always looked down on another group of people You've always had people who would rather have a servant than to do shit on their own. And it's crazy. There's arguments that go back and forth that was like, well, if the shoe was on the other foot, wouldn't you want the same thing? If you was rich, wouldn't you want to stay rich? If you was rich, wouldn't you want to keep being rich? You know, not staying rich, but, you know, doing whatever you had to do to stay rich. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you be stingy? Wouldn't you move out of the ghetto? Would you want to fuck with people who were not in your tax bracket? It's kind of like Dave Chappelle. How he lives in this town and he's invested so much money into it, but yet whenever some other entity wanted to bring in low budget housing, he was like, no, fuck that. You can't bring that here. Now, for whatever reason, he was against that. Now, if I had the money and I invested it in a town, would I want some low budget projects to be built that's going to invite folks who live in that environment? They're going to act out the way they think they need to act out in that environment and bring down the vibe that's in that town? Nah, I wouldn't want that either. But I would do my best to help those folks who are just moving into that town. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bring them on, but we're all going to help them to be as equal as we are, especially when it comes down to finances and to feel equal emotionally and to feel equal, you know what I'm saying, no matter what our race is. It's like, yeah, they might move you over here, but you're going to fit into the same vibe because we're going to welcome you and we're going to help you, you know what I'm saying, develop the vibe that we have here. And if you don't want to be in this same vibe, then move your ass on somewhere else. No one's forcing you to stay here type shit. As a matter of fact, let's give you some aid to get you the fuck away from here. Let's pay for you to get the fuck away from here. You know what I'm saying? So either way it goes, when it comes down to finances, you can use finances to help someone for as long as you can help them. And that means, like, help them get to a point where they are helping themselves. That type of shit. I don't know, man. This shit bugged me. I wanted to get it off my mind. And this is my disclaimer, and I say it all the time when I'm running my mouth in these videos. I'm not the smartest person, and I'm not the dumbest person. I've done my research on some shit, and there's a lot of research that I still need to do. What I need you to do is to question everything that I'm talking about. Do your research on the shit that I'm talking about, and form an opinion. Share your opinion. The reason why I think you should share your opinion is because you never know how many people are thinking the same thing that you're thinking, except they don't have anybody to talk to. And a person can go crazy thinking that they're all alone. You know, that whole Tulsa Massacre and Rosewood Massacre, you know what I'm saying, it's on the level of genocide. And it's happened so many times. And it's still happening today, but on a smaller scale. It's happening to individuals day by day. And what sucks is that the news is only going to report so many of these reports, so many of these moments that somebody's getting fucked over. You can't report everything because not everything is reported. You know what I mean? But every day somebody's getting fucked over in some kind of way. No matter if they're an infant on up to elderly. Somebody's getting fucked over. and there's somebody sitting back watching and not doing a damn thing about it. So as far as the money goes, the money should be inspiration to give people the infrastructure in order to help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be some type of circulation between the money and the actual work to help fix our country. We can't get rid of our history because we're still living it. Until the people stop fucking over other people, you know what I'm saying, we're never going to get past our history. We're going to always be reminded of our history because we're always getting fucked over the same way that we got fucked over back in the day. But anyway, I'm out of here, man. You have a good day, you have a good night, you have a good morning. Peace. Oh, and as far as this young lady that I'm watching over here on YouTube, I'll leave a link to her, to these couple of videos and to her channel. She does a lot of other videos on factful events, and she has a lot of intelligent ways of letting us know that this shit is still happening, whether it's dealing with race or whether it's dealing with economics or whatever it is. You got to check out her channel. You got to check out her channel. She's also a model, so you can go to her Instagram channel to check out her modeling. She's a inked up model, meaning she has a lot of tattoos, and she's inside of that culture, the tattoo culture. Just check her out. She seems cool to me. All right, and I wouldn't turn you on to some fuckery. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm out of here. Peace.